Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about the Federal Reserve and what's going on with these banks as well. Now, most of you know the Silicon Valley Bank had collapsed, and on Monday, the Fed is having a closed meeting with the Board of Governors. And I believe they're going to talk about raising interest rates after this happening. I believe the Fed may halt raising interest rates for a period of time. We'll have to wait and see. Janet Yellen warns the U.S. House of an economic collapse. I feel bad for those who were fooled by Joe Biden, who still to this day brag about how strong his economy is. I hope you were all preparing. She's talking about an economic collapse. I feel there's a major liquidity crisis coming. I feel that SVB was just one of the players in this. I feel that was one of the dominoes. I feel we're going to see a lot more banks fall. And people still don't see it coming. You know, people outside of crypto are like blind to things. You try to open their eyes to it. You sit there and you tell them, you know, get away from the bank. If you have any substantial amount of money in the bank, get it the hell out of there before it's too late. And they look at you like you're crazy. But we already know about Executive Order 14067 that talks about bail-ins. We know FDIC cannot bail out a multiple bank collapse happening here in the U.S. People are about to see the greatest transfer of wealth, and they don't even know it. Because anybody who has money in the banks can easily get wiped out at any moment right now. And then what's going to happen next? A new financial system comes ushering in, and it makes anyone who's holding crypto part of the new 1%. That's what I actually see happening. And it looks like it's happening faster than I originally thought it was going to happen. Circles, USDC, the second largest stablecoin with $43 billion market cap, held an undisclosed part of its $9.8 billion cash reserves at failed Silicon Valley Bank. Now, I haven't seen anything really come out around Circle yet, but I want to see how USDC is affected by this. We'll have to wait and see, and I'm going to talk about that in another video, because Coinbase was pushing USDC to its customers not so long ago. Jim Cramer said Silicon Valley Bank was a buy last month at $320. Today, it's being closed by California regulators. And again, anytime you see Jim Cramer say anything, you could expect the opposite to happen. And he just said that JP Morgan is a fortress, which most likely JP Morgan will be next to fall. This is my bank, and you see the ledger there. And I've been looking at crypto like that for a long period of time now. I've been looking at putting money in a savings account and seeing it get no gains, where I could put the same amount of money in crypto and easily get a 100x return on my money at some point. The bank, in my opinion, has been a lost cause for quite a while. And most people are starting to wake up to it now. Most people are realizing the bank is never going to help them get ahead. If anything, they're there to give you a loan. That's it. And then you get to pay that loan back with interest. And other than that, what does the bank really have to offer? I talked to someone today, and they were talking about a CD, and the bank offering 6% interest. And I'm thinking to myself, why would the bank be offering that much interest? Well, think about it. If your money's sitting there, they can make money off of your money. They're looking for liquidity, because I believe there's a lot of problems. ISO 222 Big Bang Migration Weekend, March of this year. That's in 10 days from now. Think about that. So the Big Bang migration is about to happen. At the same time, we see banks falling apart. We see other problems going on as well throughout the world. So is it all leading up to XRP? That's the big question. And then a lot of people are already saying XRP flipped the switch as soon as the banks started falling. Why? Because they know XRP is the only thing that's going to fix this. That ODL is the only thing to fix the liquidity problem that's on the horizon. Ethereum lost their right to protection when Vitalik came for XRP, in my opinion. XRP already lost their right to protection when they tried to throw us under the bus as China controlled. Remember that? And now it looks like Ethereum may be next to go down because they're being called a security now. And people still look at Ethereum as too big to fail. It's not. Gary could kill a lot of birds with one stone by going after Ethereum. Biden, 30% tax to mine Bitcoin. You could almost guess right now what's going to happen to Bitcoin. It's going to start falling apart. It's not going to be relevant in the future. If the EU is calling it irrelevant and Biden's already talking about taxing crypto, he wants to also double the capital gains to 40%. I feel right now is a pivotal time. I believe we're going to see XRP rise from all of this. While I agree 100%, I have to point out that it's even worse than picking what industries can use our energy grid. Under Biden's proposed 30% tax on Bitcoin mining, electricity, even off-grid producers producing their own energy would be taxed. So even if you come up with another energy solution to mine Bitcoin, you're getting taxed either way. So there's no way around it. Maybe that's all part of the Great Reset and the World Economic Forum's plan to take down Bitcoin. Maybe, and you know Biden didn't come up with this on his own. Somebody else came up with this idea and he's signing off on it. Michael Saylor told you to mortgage your house and buy Bitcoin at 60K. Remember that? And again, that's why these people like Michael Saylor and Jim Cramer, they get to go home. They're still rich at the end of the day. When they talk to people about this, telling them, you got to go dig in the couch for loose change to buy into Bitcoin, it gets retail investors wrecked in the end. That's the worst part of it. You know why I don't talk about Bitcoin on this channel? Because I see no value in it. There's no utility behind it. It's not part of the new financial system once it rolls out. I can't come on here and straight-face tell somebody to go and invest in Bitcoin in any way. Because I know at the end of the day, it's not a good idea. Well, even if it had a blow-off top run and it left, if the US dollar falls, what can people expect from Bitcoin? Maybe a 6 to 10x at most? Put the same money in XRP, get 100x in the short term, and possibly 1,000x if you hold it long enough. That's the way I look at it. Now more than ever, I can say this, XRP will be the #1 cryptocurrency by market cap in the near future. Think about it. If Gary was to go after Ethereum, right, and Biden is coming for Bitcoin, what do you think is going to be the #1 crypto if that was to happen? You know it's going to be XRP. And I still feel at some point XRP is still going to be the #1 crypto no matter what. Even if Bitcoin didn't fall, I still feel at some point XRP will flip Bitcoin. XRP, only asset in green among top 10 cryptos, aims for 40 cents. And again, it already started decoupling and pulling away from Bitcoin. It's just a matter of time, though, until that lawsuit ends and XRP absolutely explodes in price. I cannot wait for that day. I cannot wait for that FOMO money to pour in, that institutional money to pour in, plus banks all throughout the US going live with on-demand liquidity. Ripple versus SEC case, the never-ending battle. And I believe this is going to come to an end because the US sees the value in XRP. In the other video I did on XRP for this weekend, I talk about how in the background, Ripple is already laying the groundwork for XRP to move money here in the US. I believe this was all planned out from day one. I still believe it was meant to be delayed till the right time, and I believe the right time is right around the corner. I always point out facts of things that are going on in the world and how XRP will rise from those events happening. And it's not really hard to see it. You know, I want to keep you holding till you get to the finish line. I want you to experience those green candles when they show up. But I've never before have felt that we're as close as we are right now. I don't think it's going to take a year from now. I think it's going to happen in 2023. You know, I keep seeing people say nothing's going to happen this year or next year. 2025 is the big year. I think it's going to happen much sooner. I think we're seeing the early phases of that liquidity crisis coming. And people still aren't paying attention. People outside of crypto really are going to get wrecked. You know, every chance I get, I try to wake people up, but you just can't wake them up. They're like asleep at the wheel. You know, you're like, listen, you're headed for a crash. You need to get your money away from these banks before it's too late. But either they think you're crazy, or they think the government's going to help them out, or they feel the bank is safe. Whatever the case is for them, I feel sorry for them in the end. But with that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you watching my videos. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.